Hi, I'm Erin Frame. I'm a realtor with House of Frame Tucson, Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, here with
Ian Brannon, House of Brannon, Nova Home Loans.
And we have another bodacious episode of The Lowdown. You guys, we are at AJ's Market. Beautiful day. They're all sitting outside and we're sitting inside by ourselves and we're like, why don't we just film inside? It's such a nice backdrop.
We got it. We got all of it ourselves.
We do. You know, it is really nice outside.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a perfect morning.
It's like 67 degrees.
Yeah, which this is like soaking in while you can because it's going to get hot quick.
Over your head.
We were. What did you say?
67.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Guys, I have no children. Okay, so I think that's part of it. And apparently, I'm too old to be in that like TikTok-y type of thing.
But the funny thing was, I did that, and then you started talking with your hands like this.
One of these days, I'm just gonna like hit you, but then I'll get in trouble for abuse, and that will not be a good thing. So, yeah. So this topic actually today was discussed at our networking meeting on Wednesday, and we were supposed to have a guest today, but didn't work out. So we thought we'd push. This one was going to be 3 weeks, but now it's today. So lucky you guys.
Happens.
Yeah. So good information, a little bit depressing subject, but maybe not depressing for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big D.
The big D.
Not Dallas. And not Dan.
Oh,
either. Big D, we're not talking about you.
Oh, he's probably gonna be like, "Is this about me?"
It's about me.
I know, seriously.
Not about you.
No, it's not about you.
Yeah, so Big D, divorce. The reason why this came up is because there's patterns. There's things. Well, let's just throw it out there. One of the main reasons people get divorced is money, right? When they feel the squeeze, and maybe there has to be other underlying issues.
But money's a major contributor.
Man,
Absolutely.
it's stressful when the bills start stacking up and you're already kind of
iffy,
not in a good spot, not in a good space, but between each other, you feel the financial squeeze, and then that just perpetuates the arguments, right? And the reason why I was talking about it the other day is because I'm seeing a lot of refinances and purchases from separations and divorce, which tells me that the inflation that we're seeing in the little things like oil or groceries, everything, the inflation is affecting people's livelihoods.
Yeah.
And when it affects your livelihood, hopefully
it affects relationships.
Hopefully it doesn't, but that's one of the top causes of divorce.
Yeah.
Feeling the squeeze.
Look how white I am next to you.
They make peptides for that now.
I need to
There's a peptide for everything. You want to
just a little something here. I think up closer I look a little. No, I really look white. Okay. See, I don't. Anyway, I hope you wear sunscreen.
I don't.
Oh.
So back to the topic, Erin and Frame. Jeez.
Oh my God.
Back to the fucking subject.
Back to life. Okay, we're completely ridiculous. Okay, back to the big D. And we don't mean Dallas.
Yeah. People are refinancing out of their low 2% rate loans.
You know they're desperate.
Yeah. So there's really a couple different types of things to do. So, this is about me giving you guys advice on what to do if hopefully you're watching this not thinking, oh, I need to get a divorce. But if you are and you're thinking about going through a divorce, a couple different tips on real estate situations. Because the first one is when you're in that situation, you don't want to live in the same place that your spouse is, right? So there's usually a move out that needs to happen, and when that occurs, the first thing people think is, if they're homeowners, I need to buy a house separate from my soon-to-be ex-spouse. So how do I go about doing that? My recommendation is to wait to purchase a home until after the divorce is final. Most people are
eager and just ready to go.
Well, they don't want to live in the same space anymore,
Yeah.
and they're desperate. But here's the thing, guys, and trust me, I went through one in 2000
Hi, Cindy.
19. Hey, Cindy. And my brain was foggy. I was emotional. I wasn't making good decisions. I was stressed out. I was
with you
anxious.
through that. Very fun.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were. I had a lot of support.
That's amazing. Well, you have good friends. You're good people. So.
I do. I do have good friends. But at the same time, there was a lot that I internalized, and I was just making bad decisions, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't think straight. The one thing I did think straight on was I didn't buy a house right away. I waited, and I knew, well, being in the industry, I had this experience. So I knew what to do and what not to do. I moved out into an apartment for a year, and I ended up not purchasing until maybe 6 months after my divorce, because that's how long it took. It took about 6 months to go through. And I'm glad that I waited, because I wasn't under pressure anymore to find a home quick.
Yeah.
To settle for a place, to emotionally buy, to anything,
all of those things.
Everything.
But it's also about, if you do these things, they're still going to have maybe some ownership. The other, like if you move too quick, right?
Yeah, so that's part of it. If you, before the divorce is finalized, if I would have bought a home and still have been married, my ex would have needed to sign a quitclaim deed on the new house. So basically, I would have needed her permission. And if she was trying to negotiate something,
It might not have gone well. Yeah.
she may have held that signature for ransom, right?
One more thing, yeah.
And I didn't want her permission to do anything.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy where, when, and how much on my own. That was my own choice, right? So, and a lot of people say, well, Ian, you know, we're amicable.
You might start that way.
I can't disagree more with everyone, because if you were amicable, you wouldn't be going through a divorce. You would.
But I think a lot of people in this situation, because I've spoke to several people going through it, and I think in the beginning there's that hope that things are going to work out better. You're hoping that you guys can come to terms verbally. You haven't been affected yet by what the thought of losing things or having to share things. Because even in your situation, I feel like that it escalated. You know what I mean? Like it started a little bit friendlier, and it just kind of got a little bit worse.
Yeah.
And like I'm just saying, I've had several friends go through divorce, and they all start that way. And I've just seen so much of it, and thank God I haven't had to go through it. But it just seems like it never ends. Very rarely does it end that way. That's all I'm saying.
Right, because an amicable divorce means that you want what's best for the other person at your own sacrifice.
Or your children, yeah. Which was
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But very, very few people are going to go into a divorce and say, you know what, I want what's best for you, and you want me to pay you X amount in this.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not enough. Here, have some more.
Yeah.
Who the F is going to say that?
Yeah.
I did, but literally.
But he had different reasons, so yeah.
But mostly, you're not agreeing, right? The second someone says, well, I think I deserve this, that's when the ransom for the quitclaim deed comes into play.
Yeah.
I've seen it multiple times. So tip number one, if you can, get a short-term rental, get a 6-month lease, move into your parents' house, get yourself in a situation
To regroup.
Yes, where you have some time to make the best decisions for you.
Yep.
Now, I understand that there will be situations and people are going to not take this advice for whatever reason. And you know, all it is advice. You can certainly purchase another home while going through a divorce and not have it finalized yet. My advice is this: if you do go down that route, get that quitclaim deed signed within 10 days of being in contract on the house. Because if they don't sign it within 10 days of you being in contract, they're not going to sign it within 30. It's not like, oh, well, yeah, I'll sign it at the end.
Yeah, no.
No.
And
Sign it at
because
the
he
beginning.
says 10 days, that's because you have your 10-day inspection period. Sorry, guys. your 10-day inspection period, your due diligence, all that stuff for your earnest money isn't at risk. So yeah, just so you, a little education. I had to have something to offer to this conversation.
You're doing great.
Okay, thanks, Ian.
But another thing happens is if you are on a joint loan, there's really two ways you can get out of that. So sometimes the divorce, well, if you're still married, you have to qualify with both mortgage payments on your own. So that can be a hindrance. Or you could wait until the divorce is finalized, because the divorce decree usually states this person is awarded the house and the mortgage payment. So if they're awarded the house and the mortgage payment on the divorce decree, we can eliminate that debt going forward.
Yeah.
We don't have to hit them with that, even if they're still on the loan. But so that's one option, waiting for the divorce decree to finalize, so you can actually remove that debt from their qualifying. The other option is you can do the one person staying on the house, they can do a refinance and take you off. Yeah. So they have to.
And that's what you're seeing, right?
That's what you're seeing. Taking people off and cashing out some equity.
Token bus.
Paying them out. Yeah. So
even though there's no noise in here, it's fine.
You can't hear it.
You guys, there's our token bus.
There's diesel buses going by and you can't hear it. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
But if they refinance, they can take you off the title of the house and the loan. Here's the caveat: they're refinancing out of that 2%, 3% rate that you got during the COVID times. So they're going to have a higher rate, higher payment, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Option 3, you can do a modification. So most people think modifications are for people that can't afford their loan, right? If you like, last time I talked about modifications with people was when 2008, 2009, when they were upside down, they couldn't afford their house anymore. So a modification was done by the bank. They modified the terms of the note. Well, you can also modify the terms of the note with a court order. So if you include the term modification of the note to remove the departing spouse, you can get that through your bank. So the mortgage company can review the modification from the court and request to remove that person off the note, keep the terms the same, so you don't have to refinance, you can keep your same interest rate. That person goes off the note, but the person remaining does have to qualify. So it's a qualified modification. People are like, well, how the hell do I start that? Who do I call? So you need to call your mortgage company and ask for the modification department. There's a department that handles
all of it,
modifications and foreclosures. It's the same department, but you're not in need of assistance because you can't afford it. You're in need of assistance of changing the terms of the note just by removing one person.
Yeah. See, great information, guys.
Yeah. And you get to keep the same rate.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
There's usually a fee of about $300.
Yeah, so I thought that maybe they wouldn't be able to keep the rate, so that's good.
They can, but the bank has to re-record the documents, and they got to do a little administrative work.
So they're going to charge you.
Yeah, but it's nominal.
Yeah,
it's
compared to what you might be doing.
It's less expensive than a refinance, and
way better than trying to get your soon-to-be ex to sign off on a quitclaim deed.
Totally. You'll never hear that advice from a loan officer because I get paid on a refinance. I don't get paid on a modification. I can't help you with a modification. You do that on your own.
This is why I love Ian Brennan from Nova Home Loans, guys, because he is so humble, kind, wants to educate more than he wants a sale, and I think that's what makes him special. Well, and Tucson's most eligible bachelor.
Oh man! But the reason why I do that, Erin, is because I truly believe that when you do the right thing, when you help people, man, it just comes back tenfold.
Yeah, and it just feels good.
Yeah.
I never expect to get a client. I probably should. I'm all about the education. I love to educate. That's why we do this.
Yeah.
It's the best, man. I do want to give a quick. Are you done?
I am.
Okay. Quick shout out to Lauren at Ren Hair Studio, who did my hair yesterday. Feel my hair, Ian. Feel my hair. Tell me how amazing it feels. Oh, not like that. Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah,
Look at how beautiful it is. Guys, I just want to say she's amazing. And if you're looking for somebody new, she does all of her hair products are all natural, which is like amazing. Of course, bleach isn't, you know, but all the rest of it is. She's amazing. I just really want to help her business. We need to support her.
I did not go to see Lauren.
I will say, though, that somebody that we all know, and I'll tell you later, went there yesterday as a referral from Lindsay.
Oh, cool.
So that's really cool. So anyway, if you want more information on her, I think she's awesome.
She is great.
Yeah, she's great people. So that's it. He's going to Mexico this weekend. Yay. He's getting into those weekends where you go a lot.
I do.
Yeah, so.
Well, when I have the boys, we go tear it up for.
Yeah, he has an
days.
ATV in the back of his truck right now.
Yeah, we just tear it up Saturday and drive back Sunday.
It is the fair right now, and our temperatures are so good. And I love our fair. I went last year for the first time, so that's just a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
what to do. I think we have a great fair.
PSA.
PSA. And that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Great information today. Until next time.
Peace out.
out.